start from the right or the oldest, Dr. Akram. You start.
I'm Akram Khanjar. I'm a doctor's pediatrician. I'm not qualified to work here, but only just I have a license in my country. I'm from Syria, and I'm happy to be with you on this meeting.
Thank you. Hamza.
Hamza Foy with the Louisville Muslim Community. Is kind of overseeing the whole COVID response team. So happy to be here and help people learn about the census.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Khalid Awad, and when it comes to me and Hamza, I think nobody in town knows us. Nobody in town does not know us. We are all there doing our videos. But originally, I'm from Palestine, and I'm from the Muslim community at large, and we try to help our community with this situation in particular, at this crisis, and with the census in particular. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. My name is Catalina Cordova. I'm the Municipal Complete Count Committee Coordinator for Louisville Metro, and I'm doing the outreach for the community for the 2020 census. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Catalina, if you can start, and as I said, we're going to share the video, inshallah, later on.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Could you start with kind of like a broad overview of what the census is and what it does for residents here in Louisville?
Of course. So the decennial census, the one we do every 10 years, it's basically a head count of everyone who lives in the United States. And when I say everyone, that means everyone, regardless of your status, or if you're a resident, a citizen, we need to count everyone who is here. So every 10 years we do it, and basically there's two things that are attached to the decennial census. It's about representation, and it's also about federal funding. So every 10 years, we decide if we have more representation. Back in 1990, we lost a representative here in Kentucky, and we haven't been able to get that seat back because of lack of participation in the decennial census. Also, it's about $675 billion that are distributed among all the states and territories of the U.S.
How much?
675 billion.
Okay.
So per everyone that it's counted here in Kentucky, we get about $2,021 per year. So for the next 10 years. So every time I walk into a room, what I do, I start counting people, and I say 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, and I start going like that. And actually, one time I was doing a presentation at a room with parents, and there were a few kids. So I asked the organizer, can you please count everyone in this room? And when she did it, she left out the kids. And I reminded her, the decennial census counts everyone, even the little people. So she had left out about 8 kids when she did that count. So imagine if at your house you leave out your babies. It's super important to remember to include your kids in the decennial census, even if they are 2 months old. Anyone that was born on April 1st or before April 1st, 2020 should be counted in the 2020 census. Because in the next 10 years, it's gonna be decided how much money we get for schools. Things they are gonna be needing.
السلام عليكم. جلسة اليوم إن شاء الله راح تكون عن التعداد السكاني في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية. التعداد السكاني بيعملوهن مرة كل 10 سنوات. التعداد السكاني له هدفين. الهدف الأول هو الفلوس اللي بتعطيها الحكومة الفيدرالية للولايات، تقسيم الفاندنج اللي هي الفلوس اللي بتعطيها الحكومة الفيدرالية للولايات. هذا بتحدد الحكومة حسب عدد الأشخاص في كل ولاية. في تقريبا 675 مليار دولار بتقسمها الحكومة الفيدرالية على الولايات حسب، مرة ثانية، حسب عدد السكان، لأن انبعطوا على كل شخص في الولاية سواء كبير أو صغير. يعني أي واحد انولد بعد 1/4/2020 قبل 1/4/2020 لازم ينحط في التعداد السكاني. ولاية كنتاكي بتاخذ عليه من الحكومة الفيدرالية $2000 في السنة، كل سنة لمدة ال10 سنوات القادمة. الموضوع الثاني اللي هو موضوع حصة كنتاكي في الكونغرس وفي الهاوس اوف ريبريزنتيفز اللي هي السيناتورز وما شابه ذلك. كل ما كان عدد السكان اكثر كل ما كان لنا حصة اكثر في تقرير المصير في الولايات المتحدة. طبعا هذا الشيء الاخير اللي حبيت اذكره، إن ليش مهم جدا إن الكل يشارك في التعداد السكاني؟ لأن المساعدات اللي بتيجي من الحكومة الفيدرالية بتأثر على الولاية بشكل إيجابي أو سلبي. يعني كل ما شاركنا أكثر كل ما كان أفضل للولاية بشكل عام، لأن هذا بيساعد في موضوع الطرقات، بيساعد في البنية التحتية، وأهم شيء بيساعد في الفاندنج اللي بيجي للمدارس بشكل خاص. That's it, Catalina.
Alrighty. So the 2020 census, we have it available in 13 different languages, including Arabic. And by now, everyone here in Louisville should have gotten at least a paper questionnaire. You have already gotten like 3 or 4 reminders if you have not replied to that. And we can do it online at my2020census.gov. We can also do it by phone. There is a phone number that we can go ahead and share. And also the paper questionnaire, which is now available. And I believe I have, I'm gonna share my my desktop with you so you can see where to go. So if you go to census.gov, here you can go ahead and pick your language, and then it'll take you to the website where you can actually respond to the questionnaire. And here you can also change it to your language. And it's only 9 questions per person. It actually took me 5 minutes to respond because there's a household of 1. But some people, I've been with people that have done it for at least 7 people in their household, and it takes them about 10 minutes. So now that we are here, I want to remind everyone of things to look out for. Red flags, things that the Census Bureau does not ask. So they will never ask you for a social security number. They will not ask you if you are a USA citizen. They will not ask for any kind of money. They will not ask for a credit card or a bank account number. Those are things that you have to look out for. And also, I want to remind people that the Census Bureau will never call you asking you to complete the census. So if you get a phone call from someone saying they're calling from the Census Bureau and they want you to complete the census right there and then with them, just hang up, because it's like the IRS, they don't call you. Also, because we have the option to do it online, if you get an email saying that it's from the Census Bureau, to click on a link to complete it, we will ask people to delete it and do not click on it, because they will never send you an email as well with a link.
Okay, let me, if you can just go back with the screen a little bit, so you can do it.
So I'm gonna start, if you go and you put in 2020 census. So this is the page you will see.
اوكي بده يدخل على الكمبيوتر يسجل في التعداد السكاني عن طريق الكمبيوتر، بتحطه فوق زي ما انتم شايفين 2020 census.gov. بعديها بتروحوا بتختاروا اللغة اللي بدكم اياها. You choose the language that you speak. اللغة اللي بتختاروها مثلا هنا العربي. You click on Arabic. بعديها بتحطوا شاركوا الآن join now، وهي بتفتح الصفحة بالعربي. وبعديها بتروح start the questionnaire، بدء تشغيل الاستبيان. هو معلومات بسيطة جدا، بتأخذ للعائلة تقريبا 5 دقائق. يعني it takes about 5 to 10 minutes maximum for each family. After you like, there are things that I'm gonna say it in English and Arabic again, so you know what I'm talking about. Things to look for or to look out for. أول شيء بالنسبة للتعداد السكاني أو إدارة التعداد السكاني، مش راح يتصلوا عليك تلفون يسألوك عن السوشيال سيكيورتي نمبر تبعك، الرقم الوطني، أو إذا أنت كنت مواطن أو لا. مش راح يطلبوا منك فلوس، مش راح يطلبوا منك تستخدم الكريدت كارد، مش راح يطلبوا منك حساب البنك، مش راح يتصلوا عليك نقطة سطر جديد. إذا أجتك رسالة غامضة ومش متأكد منها ما تعبيها، تجاهلها. بالنسبة لموضوع الإيميل، إذا أجاك رسالة بطلبوا فيها منك تسجل رسالة بالإيميل الإلكتروني، تسجل للتعداد السكاني، تجاهلها لأنها تكون سكام. بشكل عام إدارة التعداد السكاني ممكن تسجل عن طريق الإنترنت، عن طريق السايت هذا اللي موجود قدامكم، أو عن طريق رسالة من إدارة التعداد السكاني مباشرة، يكون كويشنير. في الكويشنير هذا بتحطش انك سيتيزن، بتحطش فلوس، بتحطش كريدت كارد، بتحطش سوشيال سيكيورتي نمبر. يعني انت بتحط بس معلومات عامه، اسم الاشخاص وتاريخ ميلادهم وما شابه ذلك. ممكن التسجيل يكون عن طريق الويب سايت الموجود عندكم، ممكن يكون عن طريق رساله بتبعثها دائره التعداد السكاني، ممكن انك انت تتصل تلفون، مش هم يتصلوا عليك، انت بتتصل تلفون. واخر شيء زي ما حكينا ممكن يودوا لك رساله، بس الرساله مش راح تكون يعني الرساله لما تصلكوا اهم شيء فيها ان ما تحطوا معلومات حساسه في الرساله، زي الرقم الوطني اللي هو السوشيال سيكيورتي نمبر او الكريدت كارد او ما شابه ذلك. ما حد راح يطلبها منكم. Back to you, Catalina.
Thank you. And like I mentioned, there's 3 ways to do it. This is the online option, which is the first option. And people have, maybe they already got an envelope like this. And here it doesn't say your name, it only has your home address. So when people get these, please open them up and look for your ID, which is you will put here. So once you open your invitation, it's gonna have your ID right here, and that's what you're gonna be putting on this page. But if you do not have one, if you don't have an ID, you can also click on this where it says Census ID. And what you do, you put in your home address. You're gonna reply to some questions. If you live in the United States, territory, Puerto Rico, or somewhere else. So those are like the first questions. And then you'll put in your address here. And then once you put in your address, you can start the questionnaire.
Okay, go back a step, please.
Oh, it's the other way. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
It's not taking me back.
It's okay. Just show me the letter again.
This here.
No, the letter that you have in your
Oh,
hand.
the letter. Okay. So you will get a letter like this.
Yeah. المفروض ان الكل يجي رساله زي هذه بيكون لها ويندو، يعني بيكون العنوان عنوانك فقط، اسمك مش موجود عليها. لما تدخل في الرساله بيكون في رقم بتحطه في الشاشه اللي قبل هذه، مش قادرين نرجع عليها، بتحطه في الشاشه اللي قبل هذه. ولكن اذا الرساله هذه ما اجتك الساعان تقدر تدخل وتعبي التعداد السكاني. راح تكون في صفحه فيها اسئله بسيطه، ان انت وين ساكن في اي ولايه. بعدها الصفحه الثانيه اللي هي بتيجي هنا بتطلب عنوانك او اسم الشارع، الولايه، الزب كود وما شابه ذلك. هاي الرساله اللي بتوريكم اياها، هذا المفروض تجيكم بالبريد. Back with you, Catalina.
So if you cannot do it on the internet because you don't have a computer or you don't have internet at home and you don't want to use your data on your cell phone, there is a number they can call and it'll be in Arabic. They'll get an answer in Arabic. It's 844-416-2020.
اوكي، اذا ما بدكم تعملوا عن طريق الكمبيوتر، في ممكن انتوا مره ثانيه انتوا راح تتصلوا، مش حدا راح يتصل عليكم. الرقم لما بيحكوا معاكم راح يحكوا معاكم بالعربي، مش راح يحكوا معاكم بالانجليزي. الرقم اللي ممكن تتصلوا عليه عشان تسجلوا في التعداد السكاني، اكتبوا عندكم جاهزين: 844 416 2020.
All right. And the third option is if you cannot do it online, you don't want to do it on the phone, then on the week of April 8th, they started sending the paper questionnaires home. So you'll get a paper form to complete it. And then you just have to, it'll be in English. And then you can just go ahead and send it back by mail.
اوكي. الخيار الثالث، اذا ما بدكم تعملوا عن طريق الانترنت او ما بدكم تعملوا عن طريق التلفون، ابتداء من 8/4 التعداد السكاني بعثوا رسائل اللي هي فيها الاستبيان بالكامل. الاستبيان متواجد فقط باللغه الانجليزيه، ولكن بسيط جدا، ممكن تخلي اولادكم في البيت اللي بيروحوا على المدارس هم اللي يعبوا لكم اياه. بتعبوه وبتحطوه في ظرف في المكتوب وترجعوه. Catalina, do they need a stamp or it's self-stamped?
No, you don't need a stamp. It's already, you can just go ahead and send it back without a stamp.
اوكي، يعني ما بلزم بعد ما تعبوا الطلب زي ما حكيت، يعني ممكن اولادكم الصغار هم اللي يعبوه. بعد ما تعبوا الطلب بتحطوه في المكتوب وبتودوه بالبريد، ما بلزم تحطوا طابع، الطابع موجود. Back with you, Catalina.
Mm-hmm. So I want to go ahead and show you, if you don't have any other questions, I want to go ahead and show you where we are here in Louisville, Jefferson County. And actually anyone can access this, the maps. If you go to the Census Bureau self-response or maps, you will find this map right here. This is the national as of yesterday, 4/17/2020. The country, it's at 50% response rate. And then we can go ahead and click on our state. Kentucky, it's at 52.7%.
Hey, we're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Back in 2010, you can see here the final response rate was 65.7. We would like to obviously go beyond that because I believe that's leaving a lot of people undercounted. I want to remind people we have some specific hard to count populations, people that tend not to be counted. For example, I was talking about kids, babies, between newborns to 5-year-olds. They usually are left out of the questionnaire. Parents do not include them because they might be, there's a different factors. If a family is split, the parents might forget, they don't know who put them in the questionnaire, who didn't. We're asking everyone to include them. Also, maybe they're trying to protect the information about their kids and they don't, or because they don't think it's important. but I want to remind everyone, we need schools, we need clinics, doctors for babies to take care of them. So we're asking everyone not to forget and include their babies.
Yeah, give me a second. طبعا إعادة مرة ثانية. الخارطة هذه بتبين إن في الولايات المتحدة بشكل عام في 50% فقط بيشاركوا في التعداد السكاني. في كنتاكي الحمد لله في 52%. في السنوات السابقة آخر مرة عملوا التعداد السكاني قبل 10 سنوات كان التعداد اللي مشاركين فيه تقريبا 65%. إن شاء الله السنة هذه بدنا نحاول قدر الإمكان يكون الرقم هذا أكبر. مرة ثانية سبب إن بدنا نشارك في التعداد السكاني إن يعني إحنا ساكنين هنا في كنتاكي، كل ما كان عدد السكان أكبر كل ما سجلنا أكثر، كل ما أجى فلوس أكثر للولاية، كل ما أجى فلوس أكثر للولاية بكون أحسن إلنا. الشوارع بتكون أفضل، بيبنوا مستشفيات جديدة، بيعملوا مدارس جديدة، بيجيبوا مساعدات أكثر للمدارس وما شابه ذلك، يعني بيكون وضعنا أفضل. فإحنا بدنا نساعد الولاية والمسؤولين عن الولاية إن يحصلوا على مبالغ أكبر، طبعاً عن طريق تعداد الكل. يعني اللي عنده عائلة على سبيل المثال 8 أشخاص أو 9 أشخاص لازم يسجل هو وزوجته والأولاد كلهم، كل الأولاد اللي انولدوا قبل 1/4/2020 لازم يحطوا في الفورم، ما تنسوا حدا، يحطوا الكل الصغير الكبير. حتى يعني في ناس بيقول لك مثلا عندي أولاد معاقين مش لازم أحطهم، لا هذا بتحط فيه الكل. Back with you.
Okay, and then we can see our city. If we go to the county, actually Jefferson County is doing pretty good, and we here see how we are doing as far as specific counties. You can either click on it or you can select what county you're looking for. And I want to show you this because I want you to get an idea, because we know sometimes where our community tends to live. So this is for Jefferson County. Right now, we are at 55.9%, which on Friday, it was a really good day. We did a 0.8% self-response rate. That was really good. But I want to show you this. If you click on census tract, then here you get an idea. So the West End and the part that you see blue is the one that has the most response. But then if you go to the side that is kind of orange, you can see there are places we only have 14% self-response rate.
Is this in the West End?
Yes. And I'm going to show you another map also with streets, with specifics, and compare that with 2010 and how it didn't change, and we are following the same pattern. And that's what we want to break, because those are the areas that need the most money, the most funding, maybe more schools. And that's also what happens, that a lot of our communities, like for example, our immigrant communities tend to live in, but they're not responding.
يعني باختصار الخارطة هذه مبينة اللون الأصفر اللي هي عدد المشاركين في التعداد السكاني بسيط جدا، وهذا تقريبا في الشقة في الجهة الغربية من البلد. الجهة الشرقية يعني أفضل، لذلك هذا بيأثر الحكي هذا كله على المساعدات، سواء عن طريق المدارس أو عن طريق العيادات أو المستشفيات أو حتى البنيات التحتية بشكل عام. فبنطلب من الكل وبنشجع الكل، حتى اللي ساكنين في الجهة الغربية من البلد على سبيل المثال في لويفل، إنهم يشاركوا، لأن نسبة المشاركة ضئيلة جدا حتى الآن.
So there's another map. It's called the hard to count map, and that one is going to give us a lot of statistics. For example, I'm right now on the hard to count map, and here we can see, I'll show you the response for 2010. And if we look at this, Minor Lane Heights, back in 2010, the final response rate was 44.4. Then we have some areas right here closer to like where Americana, those places are. And then we had a 42.6 response rate back in 2010.
which
This
is
is the
low.
map of 2010.
That's low.
Yes, that's very low. And it looks, if we go back to now, what it looks now as of yesterday, we can see those areas are still very low. They're at 38.3. And if we don't do a good enough job, they might stay the same as back in 2010.
يعني الأهالي المناطق اللي بيسكنوا فيها اللاجئين بشكل عام، مثلا على سبيل المثال منطقة أمريكانا. Where's Minerlin Heights?
Let me show you right here.
I know. Where is that area?
Like southern Louisville, west of 65.
Mm-hmm.
يعني في المنطقة اللي في الجنوب لويفل، في غرب ال 65 الهاي واي 65 منطقة أمريكانا. المنطقة هذه فيها عدد من الأهالي، عدد كبير جدا ساكنين هناك، وحتى الآن نسبة التعداد السكاني ضئيلة جدا. يعني بمساعدتكم إنكم تعبوا احتمال كبير، مثلا على سبيل المثال بدل ما تروحوا على عيادة تكون في الداون تاون، إذا وجدوا إن العدد اللاجئين أو الناس الموجودين هناك عالي جدا، احتمال يعملوا لكم مركز صحي. يعني هذا مثال بسيط. أو إن المدارس ضعيفة جدا في المناطق هناك، احتمال كبير إنهم يجيبوا أجهزة جديدة أو يبنوا مدارس جديدة. هذا الحكي كله أنتم بتحددوه لما تشاركوا في التعداد السكاني. لأن إذا الناس ما شاركوا في المنطقة هذيك وما بين على الأوراق الرسمية أن في ناس ساكنين هناك، مش راح يعملوا أي خدمات جديدة. ولكن إذا بينت الأرقام أن في ناس كثير عايشة في المنطقة هذيك، راح يزيدوا الخدمات ومنها المدارس والعيادات.
So there's this one that I was looking at. It actually shows the name of the streets and how we're doing. And I will go ahead and share this with you if you want to go ahead and just look at it and try to see, pinpoint where your communities are. But we just want to get people engaged and remind them to respond to the 2020 census. There's after the pandemic, we're going to need to rebuild our economy, and we need to get all the money as much as possible to come in and help us. And also remind people that all the data that it's gathered from the Census Bureau, all the information, it turns into statistics. So your personal information, it's private, stays private for 72 years. It's not released for 72 years.
That's perfect. Catalina, just a question. The COVID-19 response team, they are going to distribute assistance for around 500 families, Hamza?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If we have 500 forms, we can drop one with each box.
Okay.
And we can ask people to, if possible, to since it takes 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
we can either help them fill it or ask them to, give it to them in person,
Mm-hmm.
and ask them to fill it and send it back.
Okay, I will go ahead.
If they have any question, we can give them the answers on the spot. Right, Hamza?
Yeah, we could do that, yeah.
Okay, so I will ask National Processing Center in Jeffersonville, Indiana, if I can have access to that, and I will let you know. I will email you.
Okay, please, because I think we will start the distribution on Hamza.
We're going to be doing the distribution next Friday and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we can't get the forms like in hand, I'm sure we'd be able to pull up this website on like our phones, and walk them through filling it out.
Mm-hmm.
So
also, if I have anything in Arabic, I can drop it off to you guys and give it to you. Yeah.
As I said, we can push on it from our end. Alhamdulillah, we have very good communication with the community. Lots of people, eyes and ears, are with us especially as I said with this COVID-19, a lot of community members do not understand English, so they are keeping up with us. And as I said, personally, I have like about 500 plus families. We have Sister Fatma connection, we have Brother Hamza connection, and a few others in the community. And I think we will be able to deliver the message and hoping to kick this number way higher than 10 years ago.
Okay.
10 years ago, you did not have Hamza and I in the community.
And I'm like, we're lucky now. So I want to show you something else if you want to create more buzz about it with the community. And there is an opportunity on the national level to make money. And that's by doing a video. It can be a 30-second video up to 3 minutes. And if they go to challenge.gov, this page right here, challenge.gov, and they look for this video price challenge, they have until May 7th to send a video. They have to talk about the importance of the census, and they actually want these videos in other language rather than English, because we already have a lot of them. So I already saw one that it was done, I think it's going to be translated in Arabic here in the community, but we need more. So there are 3 prices. So I'll let you translate that, and then I'll give you the prices.
If you come back like to the previous, like in the top. Okay. إذا بتروح على نفس الموقع في الزاوية فوق في challenge.gov. في challenge.gov هنا في جوائز الحكومة راح تقدمها لأفضل فيديو باللغة العربية بيشجع على التعداد السكاني. فممكن أنت تشارك تعمل فيديو هيك، يعني مش شرط يكون بروفيشنال، اعملوا أي فيديو يكون كويس ويشجع الناس تعمل أو تشارك في التعداد السكاني، وراح يكون هناك 3 جوائز. Back with you.
Okay, so obviously the video has to be, they would like to have people in the hard to count populations, which are including babies, minorities or immigrants, also anyone that doesn't not specifically speak English, so other languages are good, and it has to be accurate information about the census. So the prices, there are 3 prices. The grand prize, it's $30,000. The runner-up, it's $10,000, and the student prize, there's also $10,000.
اوكي، حكينا الثلاث في قبل ما نحكي عن الثلاث جوائز. الفيديو هذا يعني يفضل يكون من الناس، على سبيل المثال المهاجرين الجدد، يكون يشمل الاطفال، وطبعا في المناطق خلينا نقول في المناطق الغربيه من البلد. الجوائز الثلاثه هي الجائزه الاولى $30,000، الجائزه الثانيه $10,000، والجائزه الثالثه $10,000. راح يختاروا افضل فيديو. هذه الشغله كويسه جدا للشباب عندنا، يعملوا فيديوهات وودوها على الموقع المذكور اعلاه، وان شاء الله بتفوزوا بالجائزه. الفيديو راح يكون باللغه العربيه او باللغه الانجليزيه، بس اللغه احنا بالنسبه لنا بيركزوا على اللغه العربيه. فاللي اذا عندك لغه عربيه، الفيديو اللغه العربيه ممكن يكون من 30 ثانيه ل3 دقائق. المعلومات موجوده على الشاشه قدامكم. كيف ممكن تشتركوا؟ ممكن تطلعوا على الزاويه من فوق الموجود فيها government challenge. هذه القواعد كلها، القواعد، الجوائز، القواعد الموجوده كلها موجوده على الشاشه قدامكم. Go ahead.
Already, sorry. Well, yeah, and they can go and remind them they have until May 7th. It was actually extended, so that we hope.
موعد لتقديم العروض الفيديو اللي هو 7/5، يعني تقريبا معكم اسبوعين وشويه من اليوم.
Alrighty, and I think that's it for me now. Like I said, you can go to the respond rate map every day at 3 p.m. We get an update.
Yeah.
So You'll be able to see that every
هذه
day.
معلومات للكل، يعني اللي هو تشوفوا شو نسبة الناس اللي شاركوا، ولكن هذه يعني للإنسان العادي ما تلزم. إحنا بنطلب من الجميع إن الكل يشارك بالتعداد السكاني، لأن المردود راح يكون إيجابي جدا إن شاء الله إذا شاركنا، على الناس بشكل عام وعلينا إحنا بشكل خاص. يعني إحنا هنا خلينا نقول معظمنا من الطبقة المتوسطة، طبقة اللاجئين، وكل ما ذكرنا كأعداد أكبر، كل ما شاركنا بشكل أكثر، كل ما الخدمات في البلد هذه وفي المناطق تبعتنا خاصة ازدادت. يعني على سبيل المثال، مثال بسيط جدا، الكوميونتي اللي ساكنين في منطقة أمريكانا ومنطقة فيجن بوش، لما تذكروا يعني منطقة فيجن بوش عدد السكان فيها عالي جدا، لأن البيوت شقق وعدد كل شقة فيها 7 و8. لما تحطوا الأعداد هذه بشكل يعني بشكل صحيح، احتمال كبير، على سبيل المثال الشوارع هناك سيئة جدا، لما تحط التعداد الصحيح ممكن احتمال كبير ان مثلا البلديه تيجي وتصلح الشوارع. او على سبيل المثال، مثال اخر، احتمال يفتحوا عياده قريبه من المنطقه هذيك وما شابه ذلك. فبنرجو من الجميع يشاركوا بالتعداد السكاني. Back with you, Catalina.
Thank you. Well, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to answer them.
So I do have one question, just because I'm thinking about making kind of like a walkthrough video with both like English and Arabic. Is it permissible to like take like screenshots of each, like screen that you encounter filling out the census online and like use that in a video? Because like I'm doing that with unemployment actually, just because we're having such a hard time, helping people in our community that only speak Arabic go through the unemployment process. So I'm basically taking screenshots of each, screen that they're having to fill information out on, and then just putting like English and Arabic audio, like a walkthrough video. Like, would we be able to do that with the census?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that was permissible.
Also a video that you can share that it has a walkthrough on how to complete the census, and it's in Arabic.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
Yeah,
So that's already done.
Link. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you can send me that, because that'd make life a lot easier.
Yeah.
All right.
I have another question. When we were doing the unemployment, there was an idea on the table, and what we did, because it's a little bit of complicated issue, like the whole application thing. So what we did, we had on the table to hire 2 people who will kind of like sit in an office or whatever, like the sitting is, and talk with people over the phone and help them fill those applications. And the idea was that those 2 staff members are paid staff. So the question is, if we, I think if we find like an Arabic speaking person, we have a very good network. We have lots of phone numbers. We have, like I said, we almost have everybody around connected with phone numbers. So we can call them directly and try like to get them, either fill it with them over the phone, or we can get the information from them over the phone and fill it on the internet. But the question is there a possibility for funding, like to help, for example, if we get 2 people to make the calls and get everybody online?
So we were actually looking for funding, but once the pandemic started, it was there was a grant that was going to be for us to use for this, but with the pandemic, everything was stopped. So at the moment, we don't have anything. That's why the Census Bureau is doing a lot of their social media, pushing it on social media, or trying to reach out to community partners to help us spread the word. But for now, we don't have anything. Also with the pandemic, the dates have been extended. And I also want to remind people that one part of the process of the census is also to send people out to the houses that do not respond. And that information is updated every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Now they're saying that maybe after August, they'll start sending people out to the community, to those houses that have not responded. So we want to remind people, if you don't want to get people to come to your door and knock on the door, just to respond to the paper questionnaire, or go online or over the phone and do it.
Okay. I mean, we'll see if Hamza and I can find still can find people who want to volunteer and do that.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'll keep you posted once we hear more about it, because they keep extending the dates. For example, the self-response date, where you can actually go on the internet, or phone, it's August 14th. It was going to be July 31st or something, so it got extended, but that keeps moving more. But the faster we respond to the census, the better. And just remind people, the census data it's used. For example, they've been using the data from the census to see where where we need more assistance, like with the pandemic.
Okay.
So it's always related to anything. Also, if you want to see more businesses coming to the community, generate more jobs, where to put a grocery store, that's where businesses, big companies, go look at the data. They're like, okay, maybe we need to put a restaurant here, a superstore here, open up more stores here, because they see that it has grown. And I believe from 2010 to now, it's grown a lot here in Louisville. So we need everyone to get counted, and so we can have either better representation, not only on the government side, but more services in the community.
Of course, yes, of course, definitely. Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.